Hey guys, it's me Tilly, and today I'm here with my second Swords of Legends online video. So the second developer wait, no, I was called out on that. The second publisher stream happened a few hours ago. So when I came home at like 2 AM in the morning, I watched through the 2-hour stream, so you guys don't have to. And there were some very interesting, I almost want to call them leaks. So definitely watch through the entire video. I'm not saying this to get watch time, I'm just saying because it's interesting. Anyway, it was kind of a Q&A type of live stream. We were hosted, the stream was hosted by two of our community managers, namely Fender and Celeste, and one of the product managers, which got the most German intro I've ever seen by Fender. He went something like, "This is Stefan." And as a German, this cracks me up all the time, because it sounds so wrong to pronounce German ways while speaking English. German, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, maybe that's me. Let's get into the list of topics for today. We have the Western release, we have alpha and beta, we have the in-game stuff, we have some PvP related questions, and we have some housing questions, followed up by just some general information. I will try to obviously kind of speed run all of the information important things, just so it's way shorter than the stream, obviously, because otherwise you could just watch the stream. The first thing I need to say here, we still do not have any dates, none for the beta, none for the official release. Alright, with that out of the way, let's jump into the first one, which is the Western release. The first question was, are there Chinese voices, yes or no? No at launch, but yes later on. They weren't planning on adding them, but they listened to the feedback and decided to add them later, which I think is fantastic. Listen to your community, please. Yes, good thing. Do we have the same content as the Chinese version? Yes, we will not get any restrictions because we are the West. We will have the same activities, everything as the Chinese version. As for the text in-game, what languages will there be? At launch, German, French, and English. Maybe, possibly later on, additional ones, but there are no inherent plans on adding any other languages. New releases, new patches, when and how often do they happen? They said something like, they probably don't have a fixed schedule of like every 4 weeks, but every couple of weeks, on a monthly, whatever it is, they're trying to give us updates, trying to catch us up to the Chinese version. So obviously at release, the West will not be up to date to the same patch as the Chinese version, but they are trying their best to close the content gap instead of keeping it the same, which sounds... love it. Language-specific servers, question mark. This is for the EU audience, pretty much. Answer, no. There's going to be international servers. There are, however, language-specific chats, but you guys know it if you played other MMOs on Europe servers before. There's going to be like 10 different languages in global. That's just EU in a nutshell, I guess. As for the servers, one is located in the east coast of NA, one is located in Germany for obviously the EU people. I almost said plebs, but I'm part of them, so can't call myself a pleb, can I? Anyway, if you purchase the game, you will get access to both servers, actually, EU and A. However, they do have separate progression. And also, if you buy something on one of the servers, you will not have it on the other one. However, if you pre-order the game, you'll get the pre-order boni on both. As for console support, there's no console support planned. It's PC only. And the last thing about the Western release will be the Unreal Engine 4 update. So if you guys don't know, currently I think the game is utilizing the Vision engine. I might be wrong on this. Let me know in the comments if you know better. But it's using a rather old engine, for it being a 2019 release. China is currently trying to roll out Unreal 4 later this year. So they said we're obviously not gonna get it the same day, the same week as the Chinese version. But once the Chinese version officially rolled it out, they're trying their best to get it to the West as soon as possible. Possible, by the way, sorry, what? And so we would have that, which also sounds fantastic, to be honest. However, let's go into the alpha and the beta information they gave us. The alpha is currently happening this week, but it's very exclusive, only for press partners, the medias, selected content creators, and by that they mean just the big ones. And you wouldn't know because the alpha is utilizing an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, which means even if you are part of it, you're not allowed to talk about it, so there's that. The beta is happening in some weeks. And here's the first spicy news they kind of leaked. How they said something like the beta will include special events that will give you like benefits, or that will give you exclusive stuff for the official game later on. So that makes the beta keys even more valuable. Beta keys, let's talk about them. If you pre-order the game, you yourself get access to it. If you pre-order the game and one of the higher packs via the Gameforge client, you also get additional keys you may be able to give out to your friends. Anyone who's part of the content creator program gets access to it. Bigger content creators will also get keys to give away for their community, which if I happen to be lucky enough, I'm actually part of the content creator program, so I myself will get into the betas. If I'm able to give some away, you guys will know about it. I will do a video on it, and if you join me on my streams, also the link will be down below in the description. That's probably how you will be able to win them if I get some. Gameforge themselves is hosting some events that reward you with some beta keys. They're trying to not give away too many because they still want the beta specific rewards to be somewhat exclusive, but if you are able to get your hands on one, you may want to do that, because as I said, exclusive stuff in those type of games is always kind of neat. Anyway, let's go into the in-game specific stuff. The first question is one that actually made me very sad, because somebody asked about, is there a marriage system in the game? Can I marry my most favorite player? The answer is no. Why is it that no MMO wants to do that? I played a game once which had a marriage system and it was just so fun and cool and I loved it, and please, I want that in my MMO. Anyway, let's talk about dungeons. Dungeons, they do not have an entry limit, so you can technically do them as often as you want. However, the rewards are limited, so are you really gonna do them 1,000 times per day? Most likely not. They have daily/weekly resets depending on the difficulty, right? Which makes a lot of sense. Let's talk about the loot. This one is confusing to me. They were discussing whether it's personal loot or greed system where you roll for an item, and they said both at the same time, where you are able to loot something yourself, and then there's also items that are given by like a loot master or greed/need. Okay, however that works. Maybe like the really rare stuff is greed need and just like basic greed, I don't know. Okay, the last topic on the in-game section is gonna be about optimization issues. Somebody asked about them. Are there any and how bad are they? And Solo has some really dope graphics, which could make a lot of rigs lag. However, there are so many customizable lag reducing settings in the game that I actually think any potato rig can make the game work. Maybe not ultra graphics 144 FPS, but anyone will be able to pull off like a 50 to 60 minimal setting one. Which, by the way, I probably have like some screenshots of the difference here. But yeah, anyway, let's go into the PvP, or into the person versus person content. Dude, I don't know, that's an insider if you watch the stream, I guess. Okay, they only mentioned it very briefly because they said they want to keep most of it for like a later stream, but what they said is there's different arenas basically. There's a free versus free, and then there's guild versus guild later on. Guild versus Guild is not going to be part on launch. It's going to be part of their first big update. They already said that. And Guild versus Guild may include battles as large as 100 versus 100 players. Bro, what the? Damn. And I was just lost in those 40 versus 40 battles in World of Warcraft. What do you mean 100 versus 100? What is going on? Oh shit. Can't swear. Anyway. Editor, bleep it out. You are able to obviously party up for the 3v3 arenas and stuff like that. As for open world PvP, they don't yet feel confident or comfortable sharing any information about it, so we'll have to wait for another 2 weeks at least when their next stream might be. Anyway, let's get on to the next topic. It is housing. So from what I've gotten, housing works somewhat like an Arc Age, if you know about that, where there are limited spots. First come, first serves. However, they said there are thousands of spots, so anybody or everybody will get one. It's just like, do you get one right next to your friend, which is most likely not gonna happen if he starts playing like a few weeks after you. But first come, first serve without the struggle of not getting one, because the numbers are high enough to a point where everyone should get one. You cannot move in with your friends, so you cannot have the same house as yours, but you are able to give friends permission, so they're able to decorate your house, which might be cool, could cause chaos. We have to see. There are a lot of customization things about the housing. You can invite NPC statues. You can utilize drops from bosses, their furnitures and stuff like that. You can kind of interact with your pets, mounts and wild animals that you catch to have like a farm, whatever, in your house. And then there was a question, is it kind of like BDO, where your furniture gives you stats and stuff like that? From what I've gotten, the answer is no. However, as you progress, as you build up your house, you will unlock multiple features. I got it like something as the Monster Hunter farm, if you played Monster Hunter, where you just unlock more and more slots or spots to farm materials. They said something like there's gonna be quests to help you do certain things, yada yada, stuff like that. Let's talk real fast about the interface. There is gonna be DPS meters included in the game, so you don't need a third-party program for that. Names will accept Latin letters as well as German and French exclusive ones. Numbers, anything else they didn't mention. There's gonna be an account-wide storage and a character-specific storage, which is pretty cool. And another kind of big thing is there is controller support. So the combat you can actually do or control with a controller. You still need mouse and keyboard to menu through the UI if you're not currently fighting, but I guess that's as good as it gets for a game like this, to be honest. The UI is highly customizable. I should have a screenshot of them showing it right now, even though I'm not sure if I'm allowed to show it because they showed on the alpha build, which is technically part of the NDA, but I never signed anything, so joke's on you, Gameforge. Sorry. But yeah, let's talk about the shop real fast again. I myself actually get quite annoyed because I saw the question like 1,000 times. I can't imagine how Gameforge feels about it. People still asking about the game being paid to win. The answer is no. Get over it. They also said something like in the beta, the shop will already be accessible and you're already able to purchase things. However, at launch, when all progress is wiped, by the way, I should say that also for like leveling progression and everything, your progress doesn't mean anything. You only get the knowledge from the beta, nothing else. When the shop also gets wiped, you will get your payment back and also a bonus. That's something they leaked or said. If you actually pay money that you end up getting back, you also get back a bonus. So I'm just saying for all of you with beta access, right? Like They also said how it's something good. Like, they pointed that out. Like I can't, like, they're not gonna give you something that makes you stronger, right? Like, we know they do not want to any pay to win in this game, so it's most likely gonna be some fashion, cosmetic, whatever it is. That's my guess. We'll have to see when the game actually launches. As for some more questions, general ones now, are there AFK activities, aka is this BDO? Answer, no, there are not, which is pretty cool. Because I don't want to let my PC run for like 800 hours in one go like I did on BDO. That's not healthy. Is there future update monetization, aka is it World of Warcraft where every time there's a new add-on I need to buy it? And right now they said no. Plans are you buy it once, it stays free to play afterwards. Would be great. To be honest, we'll have to see how that works in the West, because only relying on a buy-to-play model tends to be really hard for these types of games in the West, but sounds pretty cool. Another big one I should mention is how there's no RNG or gear upgrading, so that's, to me, is kind of a letdown. I'm kind of a gambler myself, I'll be honest here. You only need the materials and the gold it shows you, and then if you get those, I will upgrade it. Piece of gear. There's also gonna be crafting systems, which they didn't really showcase, they just mentioned them. They will showcase them in a later stream. However, I'm noticing how my video gets quite lengthy here, so I think I covered all of the important questions. As I said earlier, if you have any more that I didn't answer or that I didn't repeat, feel free to spam them in the comments. I'll do my best to get back to you. Also, feel free to join. That doesn't start with an S. Feel free to join my Discord, link will be down below in the description. Check out my streams, which are currently not yet on solo, but once I get access to the beta, I'll start putting out way more content, because right now I'm super hyped for the game. I just cannot be really bothered to play on the Chinese server if the beta is this close. So yeah, once beta happens, content overflow, and I'll hope you guys be there. And I'll hope you guys have a great time until my next video, whenever that will be. I see you back. Bye bye.